What's up, gang? We're back, and it's Friday. Brian, I feel like something happens on Friday. It's What the Fitness time. Time for more data over your punk-ass feelings. What the f***? So today we have a post from Instagram that was sent to me by quite a few people, which means we're going to put it up because y'all probably going to gobble that content up if a lot of people sent it to me. This is a post from Asa Vesterland. It's a video of her eating a pizza and she's putting powder over the top of it, and I can only imagine what that is. I bet it's a carb blocker. Is it a carb blocker? This is how easy it is to use Skinny Beanie. Skinny Beanie. Cringe! Sprinkle it on top of your food and it will block carbs and fat. That equals less calories. Well, at least she's acknowledging that calories matter. Whew! Okay. Thank God. We had a whole week of people in the scientific community and every other community not acknowledging that calories matter, and it's all just carbs, brah. Thank you, Asa, for acknowledging that calories matter. Cool. Well, point in your corner. Skinny Beanie is a Skinny Beanie is a unique product, much more effective since it starts working in the beginning of the digestive system instead of the less ineffective products out there. She's writing in English, but I'm pretty sure it's translated from Swedish, which I'm not going to hold against her. But that's why I'm kind of struggling through this. Clinically proven, effective, keto-friendly, free U.S. shipping, domestic worldwide, etc., etc. Okay, so what she's referring to is white kidney bean extract, which, by the way, ain't new, been around 15 years. We was seeing this shit in graduate school. Let's talk about this. What does white kidney bean extract do? Well, it's what's called a 1,4-glucosidase inhibitor. What is 1,4-glucosidase? That is an enzyme that is responsible for cleaving bonds during digestion of starches. So, if you eat a starch and you've taken white kidney bean extract, it will inhibit some of that cleaving of those bonds. Great, right? That means we can just eat as many carbs as we want, and we'll lose all this fat. Let's talk about why this shit is a little bit misleading. So first off, she's not putting it on a carb-dense food, she's putting it on pizza. I don't know if y'all know this, but pizza has about as many calories from fat as it does carbohydrate. If you eat a whole pizza, I don't care if you put this on it, you're still going to be eating a lot of calories. Now, next thing, even though white kidney bean extract does inhibit the cleaving of those bonds, some of that carbohydrate, when it reaches the large bowel, gets fermented by bacteria, and you still get absorption of some of it as short-chain fatty acids. So you still do get some of those calories. If we look at the research data, there does appear to be effect on weight loss. It's not huge. It's about 2 kilograms of weight loss, maybe a little bit more depending on the duration of the study, which, quite honestly, is decent. I mean, as far as like fat burners go. But now let's talk about the downsides of this, since she ain't going to talk about them and other people ain't going to talk about them. Your body does not just let undigested material sit in your intestines. Although some vegans tend to think meat just stays there for like decades, apparently. It is going to get rid of it. Guess what is going to happen every time you eat carbohydrates and put this on it? You're one, going to have a lot of gas, and you're two, you're going to shit. Some fit people have problems with defecation, and so possibly maybe this is something to look into, although I don't think it's the kind of poops that you typically want to have. So, can this stuff work? Yes. Is this the worst What the Fitness I've ever seen? No, not by a long shot. But the one other thing I want to talk about is she's sprinkling it on her food. Do people think that the white kidney bean extract is like bonding with the carbohydrate in the food right there and creating some sort of like mutant form of carbohydrate that can't be absorbed? Like you could just eat your pizza and drink the thing. It's an inhibitor, still gonna do the same thing. So you have to sprinkle it on your food. Anyway, side note. It's good to have had basic physiology. Keeps you from believing in some bullshit. White kidney bean extract can work. It's probably going to make you shit. Probably going to make you have really bad gas. If you're okay with those things. I mean, there's also fat blockers. There's like orlistat. That blocks the absorption of fat. Guess what happens? You shit out fat. In fact, your poops are like really oily. Imagine that. People tend to forget that your digestive tract is basically a tube that starts here and ends down here. If you're not absorbing something, it gonna come out the other end. Please keep that in mind if you choose to use Skinny Beanie or white kidney bean extract or whatever form of carb blocker that you like to use, that there is that downside. And also, if you're eating a high fat diet, it's not gonna do jack. If you're eating a primarily high carb, low fat diet, it might help you. But most people, again, who eat high carb foods, what they think are high carb foods are actually high carb, high fat foods. Things like French fries, pizza, hamburgers, desserts, cookies, cakes, ice cream, all of those have almost as many, if not more, calories from dietary fat than they do carbohydrate. All right, guys, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next week.